Hello everybody, welcome to Desert Island Discs with my guest Pauline Paterson, aka My Gran. We're here today to discuss your 8 favourite songs, which we had to whittle down. How you feeling?
Alright, fine.
So you're my castaway for today's show. We're in the BBC Radio 4 studios, live in Brecon. It's also Nonna's kitchen. We've got our butlers making our meal for us after the show, correct? Yes, looking forward to it. So if you just want to tell me what are your 8 favourite songs for the show?
All 8.
Fire them away, after
Right.
you.
Happy Talk from South Pacific.
Gorgeous.
Dylan Thomas, Under Milkwood, the Eli Jenkins poem To the Dawn.
Okay.
Cat Stevens, Wild World.
Banger.
Mozart, Eine kleine Nachtmusik. Max Bygraves, You're a Pink Toothbrush, I'm a Blue Toothbrush.
Which one am I and which one are you?
Sorry?
Are you the pink or am I the pink?
Oh, you're the pink.
Oh, I'm the pink toothbrush. Fantastic.
Monteverdi Vespers of 1610.
Gorgeous.
Walter Huston, September Song. Anne Stevens singing They're Changing Guard at Buckingham Palace. And the Beatles, A Hard Day's Night.
Cool, I look forward to it. Let's get into it. And see. So, there you go. Okay, so the first question I have for you is which one of these songs that we just discussed is your favourite one?
I would think Happy Talk.
Cool.
It came a time in my life when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
At the Theatre Royal Drury Lane in South Pacific, and this wasn't a song that I sang, but it's a song I heard over the tannoy every night, and I just loved it.
Yeah. What does it remind you of when you listen to this song?
Just a happy time in the theatre and the whole feel of the theatre and the people.
What was your favourite part about doing the theatre stuff in the West End? This in the West End?
Yes.
Yeah. What was your favourite part about that? About the West End?
Those big theatres. I was at the Palladium too, London Palladium. The big theatres are so breathtakingly beautiful. You know, from coming from suburban London, which is really quite boring, into the West End and all the energy and the creativity there. You know, you just get sucked in. It's lovely.
It's exciting times. Right, so cue Happy Talk by South Pacific. The song starts. What's your password again, Danny?
12, 10, 2004.
I even remember they sung like this.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. You won't play the whole song, will you?
No, just a minute. Nice. What a tune. What a big banger. That's fine, it's nice for a bit of, got a bit of ambience in the studio with us because Mum is making some food. So the next question is, when you're a castaway on your island and you've got your 8 favourite songs, what would be the one the one book you take to the island?
Under Milkwood by Dylan Thomas.
And what is it about that book that's special?
Well, it's a play. I was in the play in the West End.
That shows how uncultured I am. I don't know.
But also, it's just, it was a poem written, a full-length poem written for the radio by Dylan Thomas. So it's meant to be heard more than seen. And it reminds me of the time I first came to Wales. And for me, it sums up the different culture that I was coming into, and the people I love, and I just find the whole thing really warming and nice.
How did you find coming from London to Wales? Was it a big change?
Yes, it was a big change. The people here are so different and so much nicer.
So much nicer than London, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Did you find it hard to acclimatise, or was it quite? Did you find it hard to change from London to
No,
Wales?
not at all. Just slipped into it.
Did you think at that time it was needed for you to get out of London?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel was only about 5 at the time.
Okay.
And my career in television production was really taking off.
Yeah.
And I had to make the decision of whether I carried on with my career or whether I came somewhere quieter, looked after Rachel and Trevor, my husband, and started a different sort of life.
What year was that when you moved?
It was in the late 60s.
Did you ever, when you moved here, did you ever think, oh, I wouldn't mind going back to London? Did you ever miss it? No, never missed it.
I miss it now, not to live there.
Yeah.
I just like I like the buzz of it.
Yeah.
But I want to come back here.
Yeah, it's nice and peaceful around here. London's very hectic. But that takes us on to our next song, which is, what's the next song?
Cat Stevens.
Wild World. I remember this song because it was one of the few CDs you had in your kitchen in your old house. So we used to listen to this album on repeat.
Yeah, Tea for the Tillerman.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a video somewhere in the archives of us making rock cakes.
I've got the recipe.
You got that
you wrote,
which will be coming out in books internationally soon. So look out for that. But yeah, that song was something that I remember very much so when we used to cook, or when I put lettuce in the microwave. Yeah. Nice. So the next song is Cat Stevens' Wild World on the album.
Because I was in America.
Yeah.
For 3 months making some documentary films, and they were playing it everywhere, and it so reminds me of New York. It was such a wild world.
Yeah.
I mean, when I lived in London, which I was at this time, I was so busy working, I didn't have that much time to experience. I did, but not experience the absolute atmosphere of a mad world.
Yeah.
And that was New York.
Yeah, New York, I guess, was it like almost overwhelmingly like in your face that you had to take it in?
But I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it now, but I loved it then.
Do you reckon it's similar now to what it was then? Or do you reckon it's gone down a little bit?
Well, I've been back, but about 8 years ago, and it's still similar.
Still looks good.
Yes.
What was your favourite memory of when you were in New York, and what year was it?
It was in the late 60s, early 70s, and I would say Central Park on a Sunday morning with all the street theatre, the buskers, people just walking around, eating ice cream. Everyone chats to you. They chat to you in a very superficial way because you say hi, and they'll say hi. Say, good to meet you.
Yeah. Americans. Can I get your best New York accent or
no?
No, absolutely not. Okay, so this song is Cat Stevens' Wild World. Cue music. It's a very professional setup, this. 12:10. What is it, Danny? 12:10.
2000.
I think before I tried to make a second comeback, and this is called Wild World.
Now that I've lost everything to you, say you wanna start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Maybe I'm grieving, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice things to wear, but then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Got such a good voice.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world, and I'll always remember you like a child girl. You know I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two, because I never want to see you sad, girl. Don't be a bad girl. If you want to leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there, but just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world, and it's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world, and I'll always remember you like a child.
Nice. Good stuff. On to the next. And see. Welcome back. Sorry about that. We just had a little commercial break. So the next question, Pauline. Pauline, or can I call you Nonna?
Nonna.
No, okay.
You call me Pauline, whatever you want.
Call you both Nonna Pauline. The next question is, what luxury item would you take when you're deserted on this island?
Oh, I think I couldn't live without an electric blanket.
Okay. Is there electricity on the island?
No, but it will be solar panels.
Solar.
Yeah, or solar. Well, I don't know. The sun will heat.
The sun will heat it up. But surely, I mean, you take what you want, but if you're charging it with the sun and it's hot, oh, you're still going to need an electric blanket to keep warm? Probably in the night time.
At night time,
Yeah,
yes.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, and what song, so the next song we've got is Mozart on Klein Nacht Music, is that how you pronounce it? And why is this song so special, and what does it make you think about?
Well, Rachel was very young
Mm-hmm.
at the time. I mean, I doubt whether she was even walking. And I used to sit her in the high chair,
Yeah.
and whenever I played this, because I'm quite like Mozart, she would start dancing and bumping up and down.
Mm.
And she really responded to Mozart at that time,
Yeah.
which was really odd. For, when she always responded to that song, the Anna Klein Nacht music.
Mm.
So that's why I like it. It's just a memory of her as a baby responding to good music.
Was this in London or was this in Wales?
In St
In
Albans.
St Albans.
Yeah.
Nice. And has classical music had a big part in your
Sorry?
life? Has classical music had a big part in your life? or
Yes,
is
it has. I like classical music.
What about it makes you?
I don't know. I think it's quite well. Someone like Cat Stevens
Yeah.
is very thought-provoking.
Mm-hmm.
Classical music like Mozart or Monteverdi, Vivaldi, it sort of impregnates your body and your rhythms.
It impregnates you.
Yeah, and sort of, you have to cut that bit out.
No, it's fine. Artificial. What's it called?
No.
Artificial.
No, it's not. No.
You heard it here first. Mozart is to impregnate you.
No, it gets into your body. It gets into your rhythms.
Yeah.
It gets into your heartbeat,
Mm.
and
It's like to the rhythm of your body.
and it just transports you to lovely places.
Mm. Do you always, when you listen to classical music, do you prefer happy classical music or sad?
Happy,
Happy.
uplifting.
Uplifting, yeah, I would have to agree with that. Okay, so the next song we've got is Mozart on Klein Nacht Music. take it away. It is, isn't it?
She's not bobbing to it now.
No, it's not. There she is. It's the university challenge music, isn't it?
It is really, yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm partial to some classical music.
I like this.
Do I like the song? Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm on a broomstick. And I'm like flying about.
I know it's not your sort of music, but I just wondered if there's anything in it.
No, I like how it's so like, yeah, it's like I'm a,
It's quite joyous.
yeah, I'm a wizard.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard in spring. And there's like a blue tit on my shoulder.
So do you remember this music, Rachel?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little clip of Mum doing the
Yeah.
bob. Okay, gorgeous. Welcome back. Sorry about that. We just had a little commercial break. So the next question, Pauline, or can I call you Nonna?
Not right.
No, okay.
You call me Pauline, whatever you want.
Call you both Nonna Pauline. The next question is, what luxury item would you take when you're deserted on this island?
Oh, I think I couldn't live without an electric blanket.
Okay. Is there electricity on the island?
No, but it will be solar panels.
Solar.
Yeah, or solar. Well, I don't know. The sun will heat.
The sun will heat it up. But surely, I mean, you take what you want, but if you're charging it with the sun and it's hot, you're still going to need an electric blanket to keep warm? Probably in the night time.
At night time,
Yeah,
yes.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, and what song, so the next song we've got is Mozart on Klein Nacht Music, is that how you pronounce it? And why is this song so special, and what does it make you think about?
Well, Rachel was very young
Mm-hmm.
at the time. I mean, I doubt whether she was even walking. And I used to sit her in the high chair.
Yeah.
And whenever I played this, because I quite like Mozart, she would start dancing and bumping up and down.
Mm.
And she really responded to Mozart at that time.
Yeah.
Which was really odd, but when she always responded to that song, the Anna Klein Nacht music.
Mm.
So that's why I like it. It's just a memory of her as a baby responding to good music.
Was this in London or was this in Wales?
In St
In
Albans.
St Albans?
Yeah.
Nice. And has classical music had a big part in your
Sorry?
life? Has classical music had a big part in your life? or
Yes,
is
it has. I like classical music.
What about it makes you?
I don't know. I think it's quite well. Someone like Cat Stevens
Yeah.
is very thought-provoking.
Mm-hmm.
Classical music like Mozart or Monteverdi, Vivaldi, it sort of impregnates your body and your rhythms.
It impregnates you?
Yeah, and sort of, it just, you have to cut that bit out.
No, it's fine. Artificial, what's it called?
No.
Artificial.
No, it's not, no.
You heard it here first. Mozart is to impregnate you.
No, it gets into your body, it gets into your rhythms,
Yeah.
it gets into your heartbeat,
Mm.
and
It's like to the rhythm of your body.
and it just transports you to lovely places.
Mm. Do you always, when you listen to classical music, do you prefer happy classical music or sad?
Happy,
Happy.
uplifting.
Uplifting, yeah, I would have to agree with that. Okay, so the next song we've got is Mozart on Klein Nacht Music. take it away.
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
She's not bobbing to it now.
No, it's not. Yes, she is. It's the university challenge music, isn't it?
It is really, yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm partial to some classical music.
Not like this.
Do I like the song? Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm on a broomstick. And I'm like flying about.
I know it's not your sort of music, but I just wondered if there's anything in it.
No, I like how it's so like, yeah, it's like I'm a,
It's quite joyous.
yeah, I'm a
isn't it?
wizard.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard in spring. And there's like a blue tit on my shoulder.
So do you remember this music, Rachel?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little clip of Mum doing the
Yeah.
bob. Okay, gorgeous. So we've covered what you would take, what book you take. We've covered what your electric blanket, your solar powered electric blanket, and your biggest influence being Jermaine Greer. The next question is, what was the time so far that you've lived? What was the best time when you thought, I feel bloody gorgeous right now? I just feel nice, I feel good, this is a good time in my life, where everything's going right.
Maybe it wasn't all going right, but maybe when I first moved to Wales and started the pottery, that was very exciting because it was a totally different lifestyle, totally different skill.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to get into pottery? Like, was it always been a...
No, I had a very stressful job in London as a production assistant. Sorry.
It's all good.
And I decided I would. Trevor was trained as a fine artist. He went to Glasgow School of Art. I trained as nothing really, a dancer and actress, you know, not using any skills.
She
really.
says nothing, but we'll go past that anyway. So
yeah, and I just I went to a couple of evening classes in St Albans.
Mm-hmm.
One was woodwork, which I quite enjoyed, and the other one was pottery. And I really enjoyed pottery. And Trevor had a friend who was quite a well-known potter at the time called Dan Arbide, and I just got sucked into this work with clay. You know, it's not just a tickly little thing that you do. It's a wonderful material, and civilization has almost been built on it. It's so versatile.
Yeah.
You know, you can make roofs, tiles for your roof. You can make things to drink from. You can make electric conductors. It's all pottery. Toilets, pottery, everything.
Toilets made out of pottery.
No, they're toilets made out of porcelain, which is pottery.
Nice, yeah. What sort of, how did you feel that, were there any skills that you transferred over from when you were working in television and theatre that you transferred over to pottery?
I couldn't help myself because when I worked in television, you needed huge organisational skills. You know, you were organising a complete studio, and everything had to be there, working, and people had to be there at the right time in different times of the day. And like in America, the it was on film then, not on video. The film had to be sent to London, make sure it got the right plane to go back, to watch it the next day to see that it was all right. You know, I mean, it was really a responsible job.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy that. But what I brought with me was those skills, and I couldn't help myself. But I would organise things for ceramics, like the International Ceramics Festival, which is quite a big thing.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed helping people. I enjoyed somebody when they wanted to start a pottery. You know, I would help them if they asked me. You know, things like that.
You've met quite a few people through pottery.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely, like, would you say that like it's definitely when you got to Wales, it was like an in way to sort of meet people and meet friends.
Yes.
Because it seems like a lot of people that I've met have been people that have been involved in pottery.
When I worked in television, it was the same because you worked such long hours that your friends were all working in television. So I had to say goodbye to all that. But the ceramic life and the organisations, they were lovely to work with.
And just a quick disclaimer: you got given what award?
A lifetime
achievement award. Woo woo!
Only about a month ago.
Nice. We'd love to see it. I mean, I think you deserve it.
I don't know. I can think.
No, I'm telling you.
Well, maybe, but I can think of other people who would deserve it better.
All right. If there's a spare one, I'll have it. Yeah.
I think you might have to work for it.
All right. I'll do some pottery, I think. Okay, so the next song you've wanted was, well, the original one I found on YouTube was an hour and a half long. So
Which one is this?
The Monteverdi one.
No, we've done that.
We haven't played that one yet.
Oh, we haven't played it.
No.
Play it.
Cue Monteverdi song.
If you can imagine a big cathedral in Italy.
Yeah.
In 1500 and something.
Okay, I'll try my best.
1610. I just find it really powerful. I love it. It's like bells ringing. This is the one.
Yeah, it is.
It's not music for listening to, is it? It's music for getting involved with.
No, I see that. Was that the sort of music that you? What sort? Would you ever listen to music while you were doing pottery, or was it mostly just?
No, I couldn't listen to music when I was doing pottery.
Really? What would you? Because you always had the radio on.
Yes, I could listen to the spoken word, but if it was music, the rhythm of making pottery would get caught up with the music.
Oh, I love that.
And so you needed to go slower, sometimes faster, and I couldn't do it if there was music playing.
Ah, because it felt like you were counteracting it.
Yeah, and you would lose your sensitivity of what you were doing.
100%. Alright, cool. Okay, cut. Okay, last 3 songs. Welcome back to University Challenge with myself. So yeah, I like that. Yeah, very jolly and yeah, it's happy music, isn't it? Makes me feel clever, which is
you are.
Foreign feeling. So the next question I have for you is, obviously you've done a lot whilst in your time? You've been a potter, you've been an actress, you've been on TV, you've sung songs, you've been in the West End, you cook amazing food for me, just class. What's been your biggest influence, or what influence has had the most impact on your life?
Two things really.
Yeah.
One was being with Germaine Greer in New York, who suddenly said, of course you can do it,
Yeah.
and you don't have to refer to anyone else, you make your own decisions.
Mhm.
And when I said to her, you've changed my life round, she said to me, no, I've changed my own life round.
Yeah, nice.
Which I thought was very generous of her. She was very nice to work with. And I forgot what the other thing is.
So for the uncultured swines like myself, who is Germaine Greer?
She wrote in the 1960s a book called The Female Eunuch. It was a women's liberation book. She still talks every year at the Hay Festival.
Oh, really?
She's an academic, but she was a friend of Clive James. She wanted women to be assertive and not to be bowed on. They're their own people.
100%.
And the other thing that changed my life, and that wasn't until I was gone 70, was doing Open University. Because up till then, I really thought, I don't think I've got anything in me, because I left school at 15. Anything academic in me. And I tried to Open University, and I just loved it.
Yeah. Do you think it proved to you that you were like, maybe brought out some capabilities in yourself?
Yes, absolutely. And it also taught me that I wasn't going to take any shit from anyone.
Preach, slay.
I had the confidence to say, no, that's wrong.
100%.
Don't talk to me like that.
Yeah. Because now you've got a philosophy degree. Isn't it a philosophy degree?
Yes, it was partly philosophy, economics,
I love that.
and politics.
Just going back to where did you meet? What was her name?
Trevor?
No, Germaine.
Oh, Germaine Greer.
Yeah.
I worked with her. I was working for a television company as a production assistant, and they sent me 3 months to New York to make 3 documentaries.
Gorgeous.
And the main one, it was about Germaine Greer. She'd written The Female Eunuch in Britain, and it was a huge success, and she'd now gone to America to promote it. And we filmed her, how they promoted books in America. It was very different to here. And her publishers, we followed her around, her publishers, McGraw-Hill, and she was amazing. She's just, she's so bright.
Yeah.
For a start, she's got a doctorate degree. I think she's a professor now.
She's clever. She's got a brain on her.
Beyond, and also the confidence to use it.
Yeah.
She'd been to Cambridge, I think it was, and the reason that she wanted a doctorate was that whenever she had to fill out a form, it was either Mrs. or Ms. And she didn't want to be identified as a sex, so she went for a doctorate, and it's Dr. Greer.
Love that. Well, big up Germaine Greer every time. And what song makes you think of that time, and what is this? Max Bygraves? Is that the next song you'd like?
No, there was nothing to do with Germaine.
Okay, Max Bygraves, nothing to do. The next song is Max Bygraves. You're a Pink Jew Rush. I'm a Bluetooth brush.
Yes.
And for what reason have you selected this song to take away?
When I was about 13 or even 12, I was at London Palladium, and it's not an intellectual song. It was sung by Max Bygraves, who was a big star at the time, and there were, I think, 8 of us singing it with him, and just standing on a stage at the London Palladium with Max Bygraves and singing this song. I still know the words of it today. I'm not going to sing it.
Go on, give us a little rendition.
No, but it's a totally non-new, dated song, but it just brings back such memories of being at the London Palladium.
How old were you when you were doing this?
I think I must have been about 13.
When do you remember the first time you went on stage in a theatre production?
Well, you couldn't go on stage at that time until you were 12.
Oh, okay.
But I could. The first film I made, there's a picture of it you've got.
Yeah.
Was when I was 5. Called Angel with a Trumpet, and I was little then. And,
Yeah.
You know.
Did you prefer doing film or did you prefer doing theatre?
They're very different.
Very different. If you had to pick one.
Well, if my nose maybe didn't get the better of me, it would be theatre.
Maybe that's when you met Jermaine Greer, she maybe put that confidence in you to maybe be like, or did you still have the nerves afterwards, even after she gave you that chat?
You get nervous a little bit, but no, I do like the theatre. It's one big family, you know.
Love that. So the next song is Max Bygrave's You're a Pink Toothbrush, I'm a Blue Toothbrush. Roll the tune. Okay.
That's him.
There he is. What a sexy man.
Somewhere there's a photograph of me with him.
Oh, we'll have to put that out.
My mummy bought a toothbrush. It was a lovely pink. And when it looked across at Dad's, I'm sure I saw it wink.
Wait.
That night I had a funny dream while fast asleep in bed. 2 toothbrushes were holding hands, and this is what they said. You're a pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush. Have we met somewhere before? You're a pink toothbrush, and I think toothbrush that we met by the bathroom door.
Very
Glad
attractive.
to meet
Yes.
toothbrush.
I like it.
Toothbrush.
He looks like a proper geezer as well. Doesn't he? Okay.
I'll show you the
Don't be
photographs.
hard, toothbrush. I'm a soft toothbrush, 'cause I can't help loving you. Every time I hear you whistle,
Wait.
it makes my nylon bristle. You're a pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush. Won't you marry me in haste? I'll be true, toothbrush, just to you, toothbrush, when we both use the same toothpaste.
Wow, very raunchy this song, isn't it? Slight innuendo going on right now. I don't mind. He's a sexy man. Wow, what an absolute
I'll show you
banger.
the photographs after.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Max Bygraves, you said before he's like the equivalent of Bruce Forsyth.
Yeah.
Did he live as long?
No.
Ah, watch it. So that was Max Bygrave's You're a Pink Toothbrush. Very big tune, as I'll get a picture right now of Max Bygraves. What a stunning man. Okay, next question. So, what was so we talked about the time you were most happy, which was when you were doing pottery. What was the time that you thought you were tested and you really had to sort of use those words that Jermaine Greer gave you? This sort of feels a bit like a job interview, doesn't it? But what was like a time that, like, and a memory for you, like, that you've had where you thought, Jesus, like, this is tough. Like,
When Trevor was first diagnosed with cancer,
really, yeah.
it was a total shock.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
thought he had heartburn, and he was only given 3 months to live. In fact, he lasted 2 years,
What
and
trooper?
that was a tough 2 years.
Yeah.
He was in hospital a bit, and the hospital was at Hereford, and so having to travel in the snow at the time, leaving my car in Talgarth, walking down, getting my car to Hereford and back, and then walking back. I never had to walk back up. I would get as far as somebody, and somebody would give me a lift in a tractor or a 4-wheel drive. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But going down, and I was keeping the pottery going because the clay freezes, and if the clay freezes, you lose it. It just disappears into a puddle. So I had to keep I had to keep everything going, and the Arga, which was solid fuel, I had to do that. Or else there was no cooking. You know, the whole thing was a tough time. And getting to grips with the fact that my lifestyle, which had been quite stable, was suddenly totally disrupted.
The fact that you managed to like get through it and carry on with the pottery and also look after Trev.
I think the pottery was my salvation. Because when you make pottery, you have to get totally absorbed into what you're doing.
It's like therapy almost. No, I see that. What was your fondest memory of you and Trev?
Actually, before I came to Wales...
Sorry, I don't know why I'm calling him Trev, but it seems to work, so we'll just go with Trev.
Before I came to Wales, we went camping. We were paid well in television. He was a designer with the same company, that's where we met. And we would go to Italy and camp for 4 weeks.
Nice.
And with Rachel, she was very young at the time. We had a great time.
Yeah. Where in Italy was that?
We went to various places. Milano Maritimo, just further south a bit, Trieste.
Do you think Trevor, well, obviously you both shared that sort of creative buzz?
Oh, more than me.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the creative one. He trained as a fine artist, and he was a set designer, which is an art director for television.
Yeah.
I was a production assistant, which isn't creative. It's organisational.
Well, I think you've always been like creatively minded, 100%. Otherwise, pottery would have never happened, and also just being involved in the industry that you're involved with, like shows that you have that sort of mindset.
It was a good time though.
Well, I love that. I wish I could have met him, but okay. The song that you've chosen for this question is?
September Song.
By?
Sung by Walter Houston, by Kurt Weill. Kurt Weill was the composer.
Okay.
He was in Germany and writing the opera, things like that. And he had to get out of Germany because of the Nazis, and he was Jewish.
Yeah.
And he went to live in America. And when he went to live in America, the Americans couldn't take his music. It was too German. And we were at war with Germany. And he then started writing popular songs. And this is his popular song.
Okay.
And for me, it is just the most beautiful song. And if you can get Walter Houston singing it,
yes, hear me.
You hear his voice. It's
From 1938.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
It almost makes you cry.
It's a long, long while from May to December.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And the days grow short when you reach September. And I have lost one too, and I walk a little lame, and I haven't got time
Okay.
for the waiting game. And the days turn to gold as they grow few. September, November, and these few golden days I'd spend with you. These golden days I'd spend with you. When you meet with the young men early in the spring, they caught you
Very
in
nice.
song and rhyme.
He's got a great voice, doesn't he?
With words in a clover
This is
ring.
1938.
If you examine the goods they bring, they have little to offer but
Okay.
But also, it's my autumn. It's, in my lifespan, this is my autumn.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But I listened to it when I was very young and still loved it.
yeah, it's a song that I think sometimes songs that you listen to when you're younger and then you come back round to them, they
Yeah.
sometimes have an effect
I
on
find it very moving.
Yeah, and also you're listening to it in a different context.
Yeah, you
so
do.
It has a different sort of
Well,
impact.
now I totally relate to it because I'm in my autumn, you know.
How old are you again? 20, how old are you again?
Sorry?
30, how old are you again? 32.
When? Here?
Don't worry. Okay. Coming towards the end of the show, I'm here with my guest, Pauline Paterson. Thank you for coming on the show, first of all. It's been a bit job interview, radio show. We've gone all over the place. Songs have been massive. Great answers. The last two questions, well, the first of those two is, what would you say is something that you've done, and like what was the time and this thing that you're most proud of?
That I'm most proud of?
Yeah, that you've managed to do, apart from the Lifetime Achievement Award, apart from organising the Pottery Festivals, apart from, like, there's so many things that you could pick from, but like, maybe something which isn't maybe to do related with work or something, maybe. I don't know.
Creating Rachel.
I mean, Rach, yeah.
I mean, she's amazing, isn't she?
Yeah, she's alright. Yeah, she does the job. Nah, mum's cool. Yeah, she's strong, 6.5 out of 10.
But the things she does, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I only started, she's gone her own way, you know, so I have nothing to do with what she's doing. But somehow I managed to start it, you know.
Yeah, you are the catalyst. But I think we're, as a family, we're pretty nuts, but I think that when we all get along, we are gorgeous. But yeah, making Rachel, I think that's a good answer. So this song you said was, the next song was a song that you said was at the start of when you were growing up, and you did perform this song, did you say?
No, I didn't perform this song. This song was performed by a friend of mine, Anne Stevens, and we were very young when we started our careers as in the media, about 5 or 6 years old.
She was 9 when she recorded the song that's about to be played.
Was she? Yeah, I thought she was younger, but you know, maybe she was 9. Just after the war, during the war, you couldn't buy soap. I mean, you could, but it was carbolic. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And then after the war, Pears soaps came along, and they wanted to create a Miss Pears, and Anne and I were the 2 Miss Pears. She was blonde and I was dark. And I remember going to the Waldorf Hotel in London, a big American hotel, and having our photos taken for the Miss Pears advert.
Oh, nice. There we go. So, Potter, soap person, actress.
But the interesting thing about this time, I was, I don't know, quite young, you know, and it was the start of my life.
Yeah.
And I could have done anything at that. You know, you're a blank sheet. And
felt invincible.
yes, and things, you know, I could have gone a totally different way, but I didn't. You know, I don't know what guides you.
Do you? Okay, love that. What's the next song called?
The next song is A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles.
No, the one before.
Oh, they're changing guard at Buckingham Palace.
There we go.
Sung by Anne Stevens.
Anne Stevens, Changing Guard at Buckingham Palace, the final song.
Buckingham Palace. Christopher went down with Illis.
Yes, let's play the tune.
Yeah,
Changing
1951.
guard at Buckingham Palace. Christopher Robin went down with Alice. Alice is marrying one of the guard. A soldier's life is terrible hard.
so posh, isn't it?
The changing garden, Buckingham Palace. Christopher Robin went down with Alice. We saw the garden in a sentry box. One of the sergeants looked out and that's all. Said Alice.
She died of leukemia very young.
Really?
The changing garden, Buckingham Palace. Christopher Robin went down with Alice.
It does fall, doesn't it?
We looked for the king, but he never came. Well, God take care of him all the same.
Nice.
Says Alice.
Yeah, her voice is irritating. So, we've come to the final question. You've been tuned into Desert Island Discs with your presenter, Talee G, and my guest, Pauline Paterson, Nonna. Is what she's also known as. The final question is if you could time travel to any time in the past or future, where would you go and why?
I think I'd stay in Wales.
You'd stay in Wales.
Yes. Just the beautiful countryside.
So you wouldn't want to go like, I don't know, back in time?
Not-
No.
No.
Okay.
No, I think it would be a nightmare going back in time.
Why?
Well, we have such comfortable lives
Right now?
right now. I mean, when I was brought up,
Yeah.
we didn't have a fridge, we had an outside toilet, we had a bath once a week. None of the neighbours seemed to get on. We were sharing a house with 2 other families. Why would I want to go back?
That's true. We have a bath inside now.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
take a bath whenever you want.
Yeah. I can't take a bath at the moment. I haven't taken a bath for like 4 years.
Oh, but you shower, hopefully.
Sometimes. Only with Miss Pear's soap.
All right.
Yeah.
That's lovely soap, actually.
This is an advert for it. So this last song is Beatles, A Hard Day's Night.
Yes.
It's a bit of a banger.
Well, before I met Trevor,
Yeah.
just briefly, I went out with somebody,
What was this gentleman's name?
John Junkin.
John Junkin.
Yes.
That's not his real name.
It is, I think.
John Junkin.
Yes. He was a comedian and a very good writer,
Yeah.
and he wrote part of A Hard Day's Night for the Beatles.
Oh really?
And we used to go to meet John Lennon quite often, and he was married to Cynthia, not to Yoko Ono at the time. And we would go to a nightclub called the White Elephant or the Pink Elephant, I can't remember. And Astrid Gilberto was there singing Boy from Ipanema. It was a very nice, gentle time.
What was Mr. Lennon like? Was he cool? Was he a sound geezer?
No, it wasn't. He wasn't for me. I wasn't for him. I wasn't exciting enough.
Oh, what? He didn't talk to you?
Oh no, he did. But
No, but as in, like, was he nice?
Well,
Not
he was very nice.
not did he try and kiss you?
oh
Right?
no, he was very John Lennon.
Yeah,
Oh
John.
no, he
John
was
Lennon.
ordinary.
Yeah. So you went with John Junkin. What a funny name. And he was one of the writers of Hard Day's Night.
Yes.
No, what a
And he
brilliant.
was in it too.
What a brilliant. And he was in the song as
Yeah,
well.
he was in it. There's a scene where they have a funny train. I can't remember it all, but he was. Maybe he was playing their manager in the film.
Oh, I'll get a cue clip.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so John Junkin is the connect. Do you know what did John Junkin go on to do? Do you know where he...
Yes, he went on. It's well known.
Oh, really? What a great story. And John Lennon, no romance with John Lennon? No. Or any of the other Beatles?
No, I didn't meet the other Beatles. I only met John Lennon.
Only John. Alright, well, this is the final song. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I love you very much. And yeah, I don't know if BBC are going to give us any more after this pilot episode, but this
Thank
certainly
you.
was a lot of fun. Yeah, Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. Thank you for tuning in. Nana, you got any parting words for the guests or the viewers?
Oh, thank you all for coming. It was such a surprise.
Yes. Any words of wisdom?
No,
No words. I've got no words of wisdom either.
just enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, but not too much.
Why not too
Okay,
much?
too much.
Over.
Enjoy yourself loads. And meet a guy called John Junkin. He's got a great name. Anyway, Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. Bye. Cue music.
We like to say.
It's a good one to end on, isn't it? Strange how they survived, isn't it? I mean, they're all right.
I mean, they're pretty.
Like I think of the Stones, like with other people.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of bangers. And they've also like done all sorts of music.
Their music is lovely.
Yeah. And I think the females love them. Like, as.
Tommy Steele, you never heard of her.
Who?
Tommy Steele.
Who's Tommy Steele?
The same kind of thing. He was well known, but it's not like Cliff Richard. Tommy Steele and Cliff Richard were the two, but Cliff Richard's not very much. Never moved on, has he?
Yeah. Yeah. What a great way to end the tune. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Mwah.
Do you want to try and find
Mwah. Well, that's the end of the show.
Okay. Okay.
We haven't got any more left. We haven't got any more time. The producer's knocking on the. Ladies, we've got 2 more minutes. They're knocking on the door.
Well, if the chef has finished over there, I'll get us our lunch.
That was good.
Enjoyed that. Yeah.
Split it up into 2 15-minute sections. Or...
Yeah. Okay, Mum, I need to get one. Bob, 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 Bob.
Can't hear
Just
the
Bob,
music.
Bob, Bob, just Bob.
I can't
Yeah.
hear the music.
There we go. Yeah.
So this hot music going. That was it.